good morning to everyone in the other side of the world, and it's a good evening here in the Philippines. Welcome to the learning space. And this episode will be all about building battle games in the Web 2 and Web 3 arena. So I'm Melissa Macias, one of the hosts for today. I am the Chief Executive Officer of SparkLearn EdTech. So together with me are my other team members, Harvey, JP, and Jome. So before we go on to our guests, maybe you can introduce yourselves, guys, and have a little bit of background about you, share about yourselves.
Okay, I think I should start first. So, hello everyone. My name is Harvey Javier. I'm the CTO of SparkLearn EdTech. So, I'm excited with this episode because uh, when I joined the tech industry in general, uh, actually, I have a family that is in the uh, medicine background. So, supposedly, I'm not in the tech, but I was enticed with the video games, so that's why I took the course of IT and computer science. So that's my first step in becoming a tech person. I am now until I join Web3 and then etc. So this is an exciting space. So LFG, GM everyone.
Okay, thank you, Harves. Let's have JP.
Hello, GM ulit. I'm JP pala, JP na lang. Uh, a full stack developer at SparkLearn EdTech. And my first job is here, SparkPoint in SparkLearn. And this is my first encounter with Web 2 and Web 3 after my graduation. So I studied computer science in Bicol University, and I am a part-time content creator with with
Wow.
my with,
Oo naman.
with my very small YouTube channel, Kasanga Vlogs, if you can check it out when you have free time after this. And I'm also excited about this topic that we will talk about tonight. So welcome everyone. Thank you for listening.
Okay. Thank you, JP, for your brief introduction. And let's have Jomi.
Hi guys, GM. So yes, my name is Jome and I'm the Senior Marketing Specialist of SparkLearn EdTech. I'm actually a graduate of Bicol University College of Science with a bachelor's in Information Technology. I I have met Sir Harves and Sir Mike before, and I'm really curious about their um their progress when it comes to technology. And with this with this opportunity, I think this is the best time to a little to have a little catch up with the projects they're building, and as well as with Sir James's project and startup here as well. I'm excited to be here and learn more about it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Jomi. So exactly, you're right that we're all excited here in our session because our esteemed guests are also close friends and we have close working relationship with them. Harvey and I met Sir James in Manila in one of the Meet Averse event organized by Anito Legends, and I'm excited to get updates about their Web3 game. And also, Mike is also a Bicolano, and he is now leading the development of MetaSaga Warriors. So, without further ado, let's introduce our guests. We have Sir James Chua, the Chief Executive Officer of Anito Legends, and Sir Mike Reñevo, the lead game designer of MetaSaga Warriors. So let's also request a brief introduction about them. Maybe share a little bit of your background. How did you enter the Web3 space, and why are you why are you staying here and making a game in Web3? So let's start with Sir James.
Hello, good evening. Again, thanks for uh, inviting me to this spaces. Yeah, as mentioned, my name is James, CEO of Anito Legends. My role in the company is usually I handle all the boring stuff that my co-founders don't want to do, all the admin work and the HR work. I usually handle it. I let the I let my partners do their magic when it comes to game development and visual design, namely for Eric and Jed. Um, and yeah, but prior to that, I am also I came from game development. Actually, I know of Mike also. He's a fellow indie game developer. I think when he was working with Barry in Cable Games, hangang-hanga ako sa kanila because I remember they are one of the first Filipino developers to be able to publish on the Nintendo Switch. So that was also something that we wanted to aspire before coming into this Web3 project. Pero yeah, going into that, what got us started with doing Anito Legends and getting into Web3 is actually is because of SparkPoint, because of you guys. um, we created a mobile game for SparkPoint called Crypto Loco. We were working very closely with Harvs, Elijah, and this wasn't a game with play to earn or anything crypto yet. It was basically a casual game for the mobile devices, which we were doing for quite some time, and it was pitched to us by the CTO of SparkPoint, si Sir Rico, na why not make a play and earn or play to earn game since at that time the height of Axie was reaching its highest. Everybody was well aware on play to earn NFTs and the blockchain integrated into games. So we were invited to do a project like that, and yeah, of course they will provide support both in initial seed funding and some technical support. We were at the first few months we were working closely again with Harvs, with Elijah, with Aldrich, because we did not know anything about blockchain or Web3. Um, it was a very daunting task for us because the technology, of course, is very new. But of course, after a few months of and research and learning, mukhang nagets naman yung developers namin and the technical team. And we're very excited to delve into this new space. It's very exciting. As you guys know, I guess I'm preaching to the crowd, to the choir. We all know that blockchain technology will be the future, and it is most exciting, especially when it comes to games and what you can do with all the assets that are player owned, interoperability, and all those things. Yun lang. Sorry, napahaba yung intro.
No problem, Sir James. It's a small world, no? You know, you're familiar pala with Mike, and it's it's a great opportunity to be here in this space, both of you, kasi both of you are seasoned game developers, and we're really lucky to have the opportunity to work with you regardless on how we started. Na you developed Crypto Loco, and then we also helped you get into the blockchain space, and ang ganda lang na we worked hand in hand, and just supporting fellow Filipino developers. So very, very thankful din kami na we got to work with Sir James and the team and of course support Anito Legends. So let's have Mike for his background. Excited na kami kay Mike. Hey Mike.
Ayun, so good evening everyone. So my name is Mike Reñevo and actually I'm very surprised na kilala pala ako ni Sir James. So I'm actually very bad at socializing. So I can sakat like kilalanin yung ibang tao. So I'm very happy that uh, Sir James at least know me for game dev. By the way, I'm an artist also and a game developer, which is based in Bicol. And currently, I'm the lead game developer for MetaSaga Warriors. I've been making games since 2015 and also managed to release several games such as Dungeon Souls, these indie titles, High Noon Revolver, and Jack Axe, which is yung banggit nga kanina ni Sir James, which is yung first uh, release namin sa Nintendo Switch. So I'm very proud of this one because we are the uh, pub- first publishers. I mean, first publisher in this platform, which is yung Nintendo Switch. And well, I make games so I can share unique and fun experiences with other players. And just recently, na-introduce ako dito sa bagong technology. So I'm kinda new and still trying to grasp the everything about this new tech. But fortunately, I'm working together with expert in this blockchain as well as talented artists and professionals. So I'm very excited for this Twitter space. So hello everyone.
Okay, so thank you, Mike, for your introduction and your history in developing games in Web2. So before we move on to our question and answer portion with our guests, let's say hi to our listeners first here in our Twitter space. So we have Sekuro, we have Joichi, we have Wawi, and Dre Mendoza from Web3 Philippines. Hi, Dre. And we have Jed Cruz, Mumi, Nate, Naticorn, Wanelli, and Sha. Hi, guys. Thank you. I forgot to mention also Crypto Hunter. So thank you guys for joining our The Learning Space episode 4. So I'll be giving the floor, rather the mic, to my co-hosts Harvey and JP because they are more inclined into gaming because I'm just a casual gamer. So let's give the mic to our brothers here in SparkLearn. So go Harbs and JP.
Yun. Sige.
GM po ulit.
GM. So, yun, as mentioned ko earlier talaga, I entered the tech industry in general because of games. I was an avid gamer, even in my elementary days, playing with Game Boy, ganyan. Na-entice ako on how, paano napapagalaw itong mga graphics. And I developed games din, pero not much big of a game na it has a lot of user base like ginawa ni Sir James, Sir Mike. And talagang building a game is not just yun, gumawa ka ng game, yun na yun. Also, it has maintenance and you need user retention to have a successful game. So, yun, we have set of questions here na we have set of questions here for users Mike and James. So, go James
Yes.
for the first question.
Okay, sige. Ang una nating question. Sir Mike and Sir James, can you tell us about the projects you are working on recently? So, ano muna tayo? Kay Sir James muna tayo.
Okay, sige. Ako ang taya. Uh, I think I mentioned already Anito Legends. Just a brief run through on in case the people here don't know about our project, which I highly doubt because a lot of the names here are from our community. Pero yun, to those who are not familiar, Anito Legends is a strategic auto battler with a theme of Philippine mythology. We specifically picked our mythology, our Filipino mythology, since we want to highlight this and we want to showcase this to the world. No, it's it's such a pity that we always give praise to other cultures or other mythologies, mostly in the West, yun, yung mga Greek, Romans, yan, kakalabas yun ng second God of War, so everybody's hot na hot sa God of War again. Um, but when we looked into our own culture, our own mythologies, it's a very deep, very diverse set of character stories, and it's very interesting. No? So that's why we picked it, and we want to again showcase this to the world, and that's why most of the characters that you see or the classes at the very least come from Philippine mythologies: the Shokoy, the Sarangay, the Kiwig, uh, and uh, and the Tikbalang. No, if you're Filipino, you're well aware on these characters, and if you're not, we will make sure that you'll learn about these characters. Then, yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir James. Opo, no. Ang maganda dito sa atin kasi dito sa Bicol, may mga mythology rin kami na iba sa ibang lugar, tapos meron rin silang iba doon. Talagang marami talaga.
Iba-iba nga. Iba ang tawag. Parang iba rin yung mga tawag sa Shokoy ng ibang regions.
Opo.
Iba yung, ewan ko lang, yung Bakunawa, iba rin sa
Yan,
ibang,
opo.
kaya it's very diverse talaga and very interesting.
Oo, sa amin ang favorite ni Japes dito si Tambaloslos. Joke lang.
If you know that one po. Yung malaki po yung bibig. Malaki po yung bibig pag tumatawa. Lumalabas daw pag nagtatago-tagoan.
Ayan, ngayon ko lang narinig. Hindi siya parang
So,
kape.
Hindi
maganda
naman.
Hindi naman. Iba din.
Iba din po siya.
Iba.
Wag natin
Iba rin na,
sabihin. Kasi baka ma-flag tayo as rated SPG, guys.
sige. Let's go back to the So yun, maganda yung concept ng game nila, Sir James. So just lang din kasi before they were building the game, we were one of yung ka-meeting nila. So for the blockchain technology side, kami yung tinatap nila, Sir James. And talagang napakaganda ng idea nila na integrate itong mga sariling atin na folklore and kumbaga ma-showcase din sa world. So yun, let's go with Sir Mike.
Si Mike naman ang taya.
All right. So we are currently working on MetaSaga Warriors, which is an action RPG game with elements of roguelike. So in this game, you control a party of 3 warriors, each with their unique abilities, and then meron din silang weapons. So unlike any other RPGs which have a single map, so this game features a system that generates different layout every time you enter a dungeon. So paiba-iba yung encounters and then yung experiences from previous runs. And also, our characters are what we call the Diggers, who are the warriors of Moravia, which is yung world nila. Yun yung tawag namin sa world is yung Moravia. And they look like these tiny moles, which basically they are on the quest to dig underground and unroot the cause of corruption. So the interesting part about this corruption is that it represent the bad actors of the metaverse, such as the Moon Boy, which refers to someone with unrealistic beliefs, uh, who thinks their investment value will shoot up in price. So I think sobrang common ito sa mga sa YouTube, yung mga nag-hype ng mga coins na wala namang value. So we represent it as the Moon Boy, which is a boss in the game. Also, we have this the Shealer, which is pertains to a person that actively engaged in covert endorsement of cryptocurrency. So basically, this is someone that hypes a project, but nagiging ano lang din naman, nagiging rug pull. So these enemies and bosses not only serve as a punching bag for the players to defeat, but also serve as an educational value for everyone or our players to be aware of these practices, especially yung mga bago pa lang sa metaverse and then dito sa scene. So this game is in development na of for almost a year now, and we are looking to release it early next year. So yeah.
Okay,
Yun.
thanks, Sir Mike, for your answer. So I think I'm gonna ask for the second question. So,
Sige.
what is it like building games in Web3? Is it different from Web2? Oh, so here you share your experiences din on kung paano yung transition nyo on this new technology and integrating it on building games. So building games is for your forte na eh. So yun, what are your challenges when it comes to yung integrating the Web3 side? Jack and Poy. Joke.
Uh, siguro ako naman mag-start.
Sige,
So
sige.
for me, uh, since bago pa lang din naman kasi ako sa scene, so sobrang shallow pa lang din ang mai-share ko. But for me, both I mean the development of these games on both platforms are very similar. May added lang na layers with Web3 technology. So before, I mean, when buying and picking games in Web2, hanapin mo lang kung alin yung maganda, tsaka I mean yung gameplay, maganda yung gameplay, yung visuals, then yun lang. Tapos kung worth it ba siya laruin. Well, meanwhile in Web3 naman, medyo nag-iba na yung yung standard. So people will also look at the market situation first, kung okay ba yung market, kung if ever na maganda, then they will see if the game is worth trying. So may added layer na siya. So I mean tulad nga rin ng Axie Infinity. I mean they become popular because of the opportunity to earn. While it wasn't their actual intention, but people now see these games that way. So people are like more attracted in the earning potential in these GameFi projects. So yun lang sa tingin ko yung yung pinagkaiba niya. Well, mukhang siya, mukhang negative, pero may magandang naman kasi, may magandang aspect naman din kasi pagdating kay Web3, since dati di mo owned yung yung assets ng game. Pag binili mo, then nawala yung game mo, then totally wala na talaga siya, wala ka ng access sa game. While sa Web3 naman, yun yung kagandahan dito kasi you actually own the assets. For example, yung meron mga virtual lands, mga weapons, and then yung avatars, and also tradable din siya. So yun yung kagandahan nitong bagong technology na to. And also, ito yung pinaka-exciting na part, yung earning, kasi di ka na lang maglalaro, mag-earn ka pa. So, yun talaga yung pinaka-exciting part as of now na nakikita ko when it comes to GameFi. So, I think they're both similar in the development aspect. May added layer lang talaga pagdating sa Web3 na we have to consider when developing the games. So, yeah.
Ayan, sige, ako naman.
Sige.
So I guess medyo similar yung experiences namin ni Mike, no, since yun nga, we both come from Web2 game development, shifting into Web3. Maybe just to add na lang specifically, the great, like the biggest change that we had to account for is of no, something specific na lang, no, which is developing the D app along with the game, since there are with current technology, no, specifically in Unity, there are a lot of things that you have to do over the web, over the D app, rather than the game client, which we're very used to. No, so when I say things that you have to do, well, in-app purchases, buying consumables, they're all done inside the game already. Now on Web3, it has to be via the D app because you're paying with other cryptocurrencies to be able to buy that specific consumable. So my added layer of, again, like Mike said, my added layer of complexity involved not just in development but also in project management. Kailangan sabay na sabay sila. Well, getting more technical, no, yun, the API calling, etc., etc. So um, this is something very new to us, no, specifically for our team. And yun, this nung una medyo nahirapan, pero of course after a while nakabisado naman yung learning curve. Um, but yeah, again, like Mike said, with these challenges come very exciting opportunities with what you can do with the technology. Um, right now we have, of course, the NFT ownership, and then well, in Anito Legends, you'll be able to do breeding, or in our game, we call it summoning. So, I mean, it's not new, but we see Axie Infinity do it, but it's nice to see also that, this is something possible that you could do as well. We're doing, we, we're doing really nice stuff, or we might be doing some interesting stuff with breeding, not just pairing up two Anitos and then you get another Anito. We're thinking of something more unique along the lines, no? Hindi na siguro muna magle-leak since it was already leaked last night. um, ano pa ba? So yun, basically that. It's just the integration of the D app, and then of course, well, one more thing din pala, yung medyo frustrating lang ng konti, but we were supposed to launch our token last November, pero the day it happened the day before pumutok yung news ng FTX. So which caused significant market crash, no, pull down lahat ng prices ng Bitcoin and all the altcoins. So this is something strange and frustrating for us na bakit kailangan sumabay ka sa market sentiment when launching a game. Well, while in Web2, you just launch the game whenever. It's not dependent on, say, the stock market. I mean, kung nagkakaroon ng recession, hindi ka muna magla-launch ng game kasi it's a bad market. So dito lang yan nangyayari sa Web3. I think as baka ito lang, we're in the early days, and like Mike said, no, the focus kasi was shifted just to earning and recouping investment because of Axie Infinity, and that's how other people look at GameFi, no? But hopefully in the coming months and years, it will really shift talaga to, looking into a game, if it's fun, if it's not, is it sakto ba sa akin yung genre or hindi? And then also the earning in the side is just a bonus na. It's not, it shouldn't be replacement as your way of life or working. Of course, we have to work to earn, to keep things sustainable. This is a hobby, something that you enjoy in your pastime, and then you are rewarded either monetarily or with some form of digital asset that you can own. Thank you.
Thank
Ayun.
you so
Ah,
much.
Okay.
before we move on to the next, may segue lang kong question kasi. yung na-share ni Sir James, it's a nice sentiment din na, ay not really nice, but it's a sentiment shared by all of us here in the space. And I want to know what are the ways done by Sir James and Mike in order to overcome this frustration na yun nga kasi 'di ba yung kay Anito Legends na may na-put on hold dahil doon sa market crash. Parang paano nyo na-overcome yung na-share nyo, na-mention nyo kasi na you were frustrated because these things really affect Web3. How do you overcome these emotions para malaman din ng community natin na maybe we can pick up some words of wisdom from you guys.
Uh, well, well, overcoming it, no? Siguro, yan, emotional side, I think that's the number one thing that you have to put aside. These things happen out of your control, pero wala, ganun talaga. You just have to learn how to adapt or roll with the punches, no? Pero what we plan to do in the long run talaga, I mean, again, we don't know if this is a viable solution or not, but when we plan to launch the token, hopefully by next year, we want to launch it with significant features to the game na meaning baka pag-launch namin ng token, nandiyan na ang play to earn, nandiyan ang summoning, hindi pa natin alam. This is not a leak, FYI. Pero ganun ang magiging strategy natin moving forward. We won't wait na for when the market will recover because nobody knows when will this happen. It could take months. It could take a few years. I've been watching analysts on YouTube saying that this is a multi-year bear market. Some naman are saying no. Pagdating ng January, we'll see things picking up. So nobody really knows. And yun, kung ganun lang din man, we might as well launch on our own terms na lang and just do it and provide a really solid product at the end. And I think that's what the market wants. I think that's what our community wants as well. No, we start moving forward, releasing significant features for everybody to enjoy, and hopefully this would be a good strategy to do.
Yun. Thank you so much, Sir James. At yung next question natin, how are your projects plan? Nasagot na si Sir James. Nasama na dun yung
Oo.
kanyang sagot. Kaya, yeah,
Si
ang
Mike
sasagot
na lang.
dito si Sir Mike na lang.
Yeah, so to answer the question, basically kasi most na involved ako sa project is sa ano lang din naman sa development ng game. So mostly dun lang din about yung ma-share ko. Well, for MetaSaga Warriors naman, we follow this our philosophy, which is fun first before earning. So basically we are developing towards that goal since before ata mag-start kami neto, sobrang focus talaga yung mga tao on the earning aspect. And for me as a gamer as well, I feel that that should not be the focus, especially in gaming, since for me the essence of gaming is about fun and then experiencing this unique uh, scenarios. So basically, you are giving unique experiences to the players. So I think this is a little bit risky from the business standpoint, but since we are building for the long term naman, we believe that this is a more sustainable approach for our game. So yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Sir Mike. So, I think ako na lang nitong fourth question. So, what are the key elements you need to develop a game in your company? Sino first? Sir James?
Ah,
Giant boy.
Sige.
sige. Ako na ulit, taya. Salita na lang. Key elements needed, no? Well, of course, you'll need a good team. What makes a good team? It really depends on, I guess, the skill set of everybody, no? Of you, your partners. For example, like in our case, the core team, which is me, uh, Jed, Eric, and JV. Each of us have our own like specialties, no? Ako walang specialty. More of a generalist na ako. I don't, for the record, I do not know how to code. I do not know how to draw or anything. But I have a lot of experience when it comes to project management and managing overall companies, no? So that's what I bring to the table. Eric naman is, of course, the seasoned game developer. He's been making games ever since the very first iPhone. Actually, Palm Pilot pa sa mga oldies dyan. Kung alam niyo pa kung ano yung Palm Pilot, matanda na kayo, mag-asawa na kayo.
Asa si Kuyi
Ah,
Mobile.
Yan, siya si Kui Mobile. Kui Mobile is one of the, they created a hit game called Street Food Tycoon. And it came out for the first iPhone. So that's what he brings to the table, his general game development experience. Actually, si Eric, kaya niya lahat eh. Game development, art, animation, one-man team yan. So it's very nice. Actually, si Sir Mike nga, he knows how to do art, he knows how to do game development. That's the most perfect combo that you could have when it comes to making games, because you understand both sides, both the visual and the development side. So yeah, and then Jed is our chief creative officer. He's oversees all the art direction and everything. We've been working closely together for the longest time na rin. And si JV naman, sa marketing side, he comes from media. Before joining us, galing siya sa Manila Bulletin. He handles mostly the PR and everything. So yun, no? Parang it's you can't expect yourself to do everything. You need to surround yourself with really good people. And yeah, thankfully I found these people. We're actually also close friends, which is another plus. And we have not only personal relationship, we also have good working relationship. So I guess that's really something nice to have as well. Yun lang.
Okay,
Wow.
ayos.
Napaisip ko
So,
bigla kung
Nice.
kailan pa yung first
since then
iPhone.
talaga may rapport na sila Sir and his team. So, nice. Let's go with Sir Mike.
For me naman, basically you just know how to make a game, but just not just a game. So you should also learn to make a fun game because marami akong nakikita especially sa Twitter. Kasi kahit di naman talaga siya visually maganda, basta maganda lang laruin, nakaka-attract siya ng madaming players. So basically, yun talaga yung pinaka-important sa game, which is yung fun interaction aspect niya. And then you should also be passionate about building games, since so that the people, especially your audiences, will trust you and know that you are be confident that you know what you are doing. And also you also need to be a gamer yourself. You also have to experience what your audiences experiences, so that alam mo din kung anong mga kailangan gawin, especially sa game mo, and mga kailangan pang i-improve or at least i-integrate sa mga future projects mo. So sobrang talaga important talaga that you experience what your audiences experience. I mean, Yun din yung ano, yun din yung kagandahan ng pagiging game developer kasi libre lang maglaro during your work hours. So yeah, basically that's me. That's for me.
Oo
Okay,
naman.
so just a recap sa yun, ang key points ni Sir James is yun, he has a good team na who is yung matagal nang na-build yung relationship nila. They have rapport. Also joined by him is seasoned game dev sila Kuyi Mobile. Also, Sir James is not a game dev himself. He has, sabi niya, he's on the admin side, management, and entrepreneurship side, joined by his marketing, si Sir JV. So, yun, good team. And kay Mike naman is yun, for being a gamer. And I've known Mike since nung before pa ako mag-graduate ng BU. He launched this game na si Dungeon Souls and na-acquire na ni Lamina Studios until he joined Cable. And yun, now he's right here in Web3.
Mahabang
So,
experience.
ayos.
Adventure.
Nice, nice. So, let's proceed to the fifth question. So, yun, what are the opportunities you see in the future when it comes to building games?
All right, so I guess ako na mag-start. So, uh, for me, there are definitely a lot of opportunities that are yet to come. Like everybody says, the technology is still in its early stages, but it already solves a lot of problems, especially blockchain. So just imagine how much it will change and evolve in 5 to 10 years. So like existing Web2 games already had tons of innovative features like online interaction, yung PvP, multiplayer, and also these microtransactions, this kind of stuff. We also have like VR, AR. Basically, who knew that there are still a lot more to offer with Web3? So of course, there are a lot of mixed reactions about this new technology, especially sa previous environment, since madami silang iba-ibang feedback about this technology. I mean, it's pretty common. I think especially with something new, but I kind of look forward to the time where people won't notice that they are already engaging in greatness of Web3. So as a gamer, I'm excited to see my avatar from game to game. So yeah, that's basically for me.
Um, so what opportunities I see in the future, no, are, well, again, Mike said it already, which is interoperability of your game assets, no? Either bringing it to other games, or if that studio has is creating a sequel or maybe another title, and they decide to interoperate the NFT into that next title. So, nagiging sulit na ang investment or your point of entry to the game, because you can ideally play for a very long time with just the initial purchase of your NFT, which I hope in other AAA games in the future, yun na rin mangyari, because nasasawa na ako sa kabili ng bagong Call of Duty every year. Although ginagawa ko pa rin. But yun, it's something to look forward to, and see how other game developers, and as well as us, no, on how we can yun, interoperate with other games. Hopefully, baka Sir Mike, we can also collaborate in the future. We can have Anitos in MetaSaga Warriors and vice versa. Um, uh, and of course, like anything new, uh, I can't really, parang it's hard to specify pa rin na what opportunities are. I mean, you can say na, we have the earnings, the technology, blah blah blah. But I think the opportunity itself in being, or being part with something very new, no, is an opportunity in itself. If you remember, I mean, if well, the other people here, or well, at least me, or and Mike, no, would know na during the transition to the Web 1 to Web 2 days, um, yun parang a lot of innovation has been going on, and and siguro ako that time I was very young to be part of that scene, no. And sayang, I was just merely a person who consumes whatever is coming out during that time, which is Facebook, Multiply pa that time, Friendster, mga ganun. And, these
MySpace.
MySpace, then yeah, nag-MySpace yan. Diretsong Facebook na ako. Pero yun, it was a very exciting time during that period, no? You get all these new experiences and people building stuff and mabilis, very fast-paced ang pag-create ng product dati. And now, these companies are making millions and whatnot. So I also see the parallels here in Web3, that we are already part of this revolution already. It's nice to be already in it, forming your networks, your contacts, because who knows, when something goes big, we can all be part of it, hopefully. And yeah, so that's mostly the opportunity I see.
Okay, so seeing it lang, on my end naman, not just in Web3, since games talaga is one of the emerging tech even before Web 1, Web 2. Also on top of blockchain, there's also machine learning. If you know AI, DALI, no code, no mga ganyan pwedeng integrate sa games. Very exciting talaga. Uh, Game is not just focused on Web3, and there are a lot of opportunities there. So, Japes, I think let's proceed to the next question.
Okay, sige. Ito naman tayo sa what advice can you give to future builders in the space? Mga advice na pwede nating ibigay sa kanila. Sana may nakikinig ditong magtatayo rin ng startup game niya. So, Sir Mike.
Alright, so for me naman, since I'm very new to this scene, I think I'm not yet in the position to give like very deep wisdom. So for me na lang, I think for our future builders, they should be always open to learn something new. And then also, since palagi ko kasi itong pinupush, yung philosophy namin, which is yung fun. So I mean, obviously, lahat naman ng game developers are aiming for that experience. But when it comes to Web3, ito yung tumatak talaga sa akin na sinabi ni Jiro during the Web3 festival. So basically, we can't just make fun game, or otherwise we are competing with game companies that have been doing this for 20 years. So when building like Web3 games, you have to have this harmony of like three Web3 aspect and the game, like the collectible, the ownership, and the gameplay. So it has to be the harmony of these three and not just the game itself. So I think that's only what I can share for now. Hopefully marami pa akong matutunan in the future so that I can share with other new innovators in the future. So yeah.
For me, no, the advice that I could give is, well, if you're uh, starting or very early on into the space, I really suggest or I really recommend that you could find other communities or other, if say you're interested in a game project, you think that it's a very good project after doing, of course, your research. Um, try to immerse yourself into the community, get to know the people behind the project, um, follow the development process. I think you would learn a lot already by just immersing yourself in the Discord, in the project's Discord or Telegram or whatever. Um, and don't be shy to ask questions, especially, or sometimes, if of course, be open about it, no, that so you're researching on making a game or something. I mean, YouTube is there, everything is there, all the resources are there on how to make a game. But I think there are some things that you cannot outright learn from a YouTube video or even in class. No, iba pa rin experiencing a game, playing it. Like Mike said, the fun first philosophy is a very important one. But what makes a game fun? It really, yun, that's a more nuanced question that you have to answer yourself. No, there are other there are a lot of features, or sorry, small details that can make a game fun, from the visual, from the feel, from how the game plays, the core mechanics, etc. So um, being part of early on, or being part of a project early on, and trying out the betas, the alphas, or whatever, and see how it evolves in the long run. That's a really good way on how to learn on how to build a game, how to build a product, um, and try to well, yeah, of course, be open and try to also understand, know uh, how the game works, how or even in other games when you're playing AAA titles on your PC or your PlayStations, or whatever console. Try to understand, or try to articulate, why this is a good game for you. Is it the combat mechanics? Is it the RPG mechanics? The grinding? Why am I playing this game for hundreds of hours and it still feels fresh? It still feels very good to me. Those are the questions that you have to answer yourself and try to articulate, and see, in how what really makes a good game. And then of course approach every other game that you play, from mobile, from indie development titles, etc. Immerse yourself in games, web 2, web 3, whatever. Yun nga, the difference now here in web 3, that it's very accessible. It's very easy to talk to the developers now because of Discord, because usually a GameFi project would have a Discord server. So that's the added plus, no, for Web3. So yun, basically it's that, immerse yourself in a project that you like, and then of course play a lot of games, but understand why that game is good to you. Parang yung mga chef, no? Like, kakain sila ng pagkain. Nalalaman na nila kung ano yung ingredients na gagamit. So dapat ganun din if you're planning getting into game dev. What are the ingredients that you can pick apart in that game and try to articulate it to yourself. Yun lang. Thank you.
Ayun, so yun, basically sinasabi ni Sir James, if you are trying to build a game, so
Mm-hmm.
know your edge and know kung saan yung, hindi naman sa expertise, kung saan yung magkakaroon ka ng creative craft, and kung saan ka magkakaroon ng creative idea sa isang game, whether RPG man yan, or first-person shooter, or other games. And yun, based sa sinabi rin ni Mike kanina, yung fun first aspect, because games are really made for fun, and they are built for entertainment, and not really for uh, earning. Earning is only on the side, and basically, as most games are really played, if you know Dota 2 and other famous non-Web3 games, all the good players are rewarded, and basically that's it. And what I see with Web3 games is just the the ownership, digital ownership, and the earning aspect should be likely on the side. So, do we have other questions from our co-hosts or from the audience?
Dagdag ko lang, no, ang maganda rin ngayon
Okay.
sa panahon natin, kasi mas open na yung mga communities, tapos mas madali na silang i-contact, lalo na nga sa Web3, tulad ng sabi ni Sir James. Di tulad noon, parang syempre yung gumawa nun Dota, kung may question ka, medyo parang ang hirap naman i-contact, no? Ngayon, napaka-open na lalo ng mga builders ng Web3 games natin. Mas madali sila makausap.
Ayan, may mag-request to speak si John Anthony Balbin.
Okay, sige. Welcome, Juichi.
Hello.
Juichi.
Yeah,
Welcome.
what's up?
Yan,
I
yan,
have a
yan.
question for Sir James and Sir Mike.
What's happening?
Hello.
You're audible.
Sige. Audible.
Okay, so earlier, Sir James mentioned about the interoperability, right? So when we say kasi metaverse, yeah, it's like an interconnected mesh of uh, games wherein our digital identities can flow in between, right? So my question is, in the games that you are developing, especially in Anito Legends and MetaSaga Warriors, what are the things that you are doing to make your game interoperable? So that's my question. Thanks.
Sige, ako na mauna. For us, no, on how to make things interoperable. Well, we of course right now kasi everybody's still building, so wala pang masyadong games to collaborate with. Again, in the future, I hope kami ni Mike we could collaborate with Anito Legends and MetaSaga Warriors. But in the short term, what we're planning to do is uh, we're looking into working with other NFT PFP projects here in the Philippines, mga Filipino-led NFT projects, no. Again, I won't leak, pero hint na lang, it's one of the projects that starts with the letter A. Kayo na bahalang humusga kung ano yun. uh, we're hoping that we're looking into other projects that we can work with. Have their if holders sila ng mga PFPs na yun, we can have them appear in Anito Legends as either characters or something else. No, we still have to work out.
Full of wisdom ng insights nila, sir. Which is very true naman. It applies to the current situation. It continuously grows.
May lalabas na pa naman sana ni Sir James yung leak niya ulit. Profile pic daw eh. Profile pic daw eh.
Wala na. Tapos na ang pagka-leak ko.
Na-share mo ba yun, Sir James, na leak doon sa Twitter space mo kahapon kay TQ?
Not entirely.
Parang andun din ako, kaya sabi ko, parang kailangan ko i-review yung Twitter space ni TQ. Ano kaya doon yung mga iba pang na share ni Sir James para mahulaan natin.
Mm-hmm.
Ayun, balik tayo dun sa sinishare ni Sir James na putol. Cut off siya habang may sinishare siya.
Ituloy ko na ba or should we wait for a bit?
Okay lang naman, sir. Pwede naman na tayo mag-pick up doon sa last na sinishare.
Okay. Ano may sinabi ko? So, it's about the PFPs, specifically mga Pinoy-made PFP projects. We hope nga, we can get them to integrate in our game. Either they're special characters that the holders can use within Anito Legends, or may specific items or loot that are tailored fit to the branding of that PFP. Again, specifically for the holders to take advantage of. So yun ang medyo broad strokes plans namin for interoperability. And of course, the hopes that we can, again, have other games that we can work together and have their assets in our game and vice versa. Yun lang.
Thank you so much, Sir James. Siguro nasagot. Juichi, that it.
The stage of our
Ay, ano.
for our games. So I think we are looking forward also in the future to work with other projects to like integrate some assets of ours to maybe ano na nga, ito na nga yung start yung kay Sir James. Baka malay natin yung mga characters natin from Anito mapunta na rin sa world ng Moravia. So yeah, sobrang early pa sa MetaSaga Warriors, but we're looking forward to it.
No.
Ako meron akong question for our guest. Kasi kadalasan ito yung nagiging topic namin ni Herbs eh. Pag napapadpad kami sa Facebook. Tapos meron na share about Filipino Web3 projects. Tapos napapatingin kami sa comment section. Ayun, inuulan tayo ng mga masasakit na salita. So, gusto kong malaman kung as Filipino game devs, paano nyo hinahandle yung mga ganong bashing, stigma ng kapwa nating Pilipino na pag sinabing Filipino Web3 project, may stigma na agad sila na it's either rug pull daw or slow rug yan. And on top of that, ginajudge pa nila yung project kung launch ka sa Binance Smart Chain. How do you manage that type of conception ng mga tao, and what do you do to correct that?
Well, to correct, no, I mean, kung yan na talagang isip nila, mahirap na ipagbabago. But on what we can control and what we can do on our end naman, wala, we just ganun eh. Parang haters are gonna hate. You'll have them either way, be it in Web 2 or Web 3. But what we can do is just ignore them, create a really good product, and prove them wrong. Unfortunately talaga, yun eh. There are a lot of bad actors. Di lang naman sa mga kababayan natin, but sa ibang bansa nangyayari. Si SBF nga, ilang billions ang narug. So I think it's pretty unfair na automatic agad pag Pinoy. It's a scam. It's a rug pull. And yun, natapat pa sa BSC chain, which I don't understand din bakit pag nasa BNB chain pala, sorry, rug pull na agad. But yun, it's all about trying to prove them wrong and just ignore the noise and create a really good product for everybody, because not to give lip service to our community members, they all know this already. We really appreciate their support, and their belief into the project. We were so worried last month that when we had to delay the TGE, a lot of people would get angry, say, "Oh no, ito na, scam na talaga." But our community members understood the situation and gave their full support on our decision. So yeah, we just listen to the people who really believe in us and just continue to build and really give a really good experience through the game, and of course listen to them on how to make the product better, the game better. Yun. So yun lang. Just ignore the noise basically.
Yes, I agree actually kay Sir James. So, hayaan na lang siguro natin yung mga bashing kasi for me, kung galing lang din naman sa
Medyo nawawala ata
Oh,
audio mo,
sure.
Sir Mike.
I think ang magagawa na lang natin talaga is to develop this project. So, yung mga makokontrol na lang natin, like yung project, pagandahin na lang natin. Kasi mga Pilipino,
Ako lang ba? Or
So,
patunayan natin.
nawawala.
And we,
Nawawala ka, Sir
internet?
Mike.
Medyo nawawala.
Akala ko nararagpol na naman
sorry, sorry,
tayo.
nag-ano ata yung ano ko. So, basically, that's it lang naman.
Sige lang.
So, ignore lang natin sila, then patunayan lang natin na we are building for good. And also, I think we have to educate other builders in the future and inspire them to create a good and successful project kasi ganun lang din naman talaga eh. Pag Pinoy, ibabash ka lang din naman talaga. So, yeah, building good projects, yun lang talaga makakontrol natin.
Hate.
Okay, so
Once a
basically,
hater, now a supporter sila niyan. Pag
so basically yung mga itong nagbabash, ganyan, mostly yung mga sinasabi rin nila, they are misinformed and they didn't research well. Kumbaga, they just commented na yun, hindi sila nagdalawang isip. Pero on top of being misinformed and miseducated, perhaps meron din silang rough experience dyan. Probably, especially nung nag-boom yung Axie and other play-to-earn games. And suddenly, when the market crashed and other issues that arise in the industry, syempre, most of them invested a lot and nag-all in. Kaya siguro somehow na bitter. So, I have a question. Lately kasi si Cointelegraph, meron siyang in-upload na article, December 1, I think kahapon lang. Ang headline nito, Axie Infinity is toxic for crypto gaming. So, what are your thoughts on this article?
Actually, I've yet to read it. I've seen the headline, pero gusto ko rin basahin. But I think ang naiisip ko lang dyan, my opinion, no? Unfortunately nga kasi, um, medyo double-edged sword si Axie na siya ang nauna, pero yun nga, sa nangyari sa with the price of their tokens, no, SLP in particular, from the all-time high of 15 pesos, now it's around less cents na lang siya, pesos. Madami talagang nasunog. But I think, yun nga, both, I don't want to say na, who's to blame here, no? Is it the players? Is it the developers? I don't know. It could be both. I am not privy to any decisions that Sky Mavis is doing, and what are they doing to mitigate all this? But it is very unfortunate for them, the pioneers of the space. Without them, kasi I wouldn't be here making Anito Legends. They've already shown the promise of doing Web3, GameFi, play to earn. Yun lang. The model is flawed, of course, because syempre sila ang case study. And there are a lot of things to learn from it. I don't know if the word toxic is the right term to use. Maybe it's for catching clicks, no? Medyo clickbaity, but yun, I think it's something that as game developers, it's a nice thing to look at, or a really important lesson to look at on what's happening with Axie, what they're doing right now with Axie Origins on how to, I guess, create more utility for their tokens, for the NFTs. Um, and yun, I wouldn't go as far as say as toxic, but maybe yun, a hard lesson to learn from them, I guess. Yun lang ang thoughts ko.
I think
Okay,
Mama
thank you,
Lisa
Sir James.
wants to say something.
Ah, gusto ko lang din mag-share ng ano yan, 2 SLPs ko doon sa article, doon sa article na sinabi ni Carbs. May background kasi ako sa media and sometimes media outlets use words. Tama si Sir James na it's for clickbait. May tinatawag tayong ano yung sinesensationalize yung news. And sometimes kailangan kasi natin tingnan yung story in a certain lens para ma-justify natin kung toxic ba talaga siya or not. And when it comes to Axie Infinity talaga, the game is a massive, it's a massive game changer for blockchain and the Web3 industry itself. But not all projects are perfect. Meron talaga yan mga ano eh, may mga cases talaga na they really need to improve. And I think they're doing their best in other areas. And in other areas, meron pa silang mga pagkukulang. And we will only see it as we go along the journey. Kumbaga, cliched as it may sound, only time will tell then kung ano talaga yung magiging finality ni Axie Infinity or ano ba yung magiging next path nung game. Most of the people won't agree na toxic yung game kasi the game helped them a lot na natulungan sila when it comes to putting up houses, may mga tao na natulungan na dahil nakapag-aral sila dahil sa pagiging scholar whatsoever. And some talaga they have bad experiences lalong-lalo na yung mga pumasok during the height of the value of the SNP. Tapos yun, yung tinatawag nating FOMO, na FOMO sila, fear of missing out. They did not, they didn't put so much time researching about the project, about the space, na volatile nga yung space, dahil ruled by emotions, bastang-bastang pumasok na lang sila doon sa game. So therefore, may meron silang mindset na toxic yung game. Pero yung mga early adopters ng game, hindi naman. So, depende yan eh. Parang, ito kasi mga articles, Cointelegraph, it was not the first media outlet to publish that type of story. May ganyan din kay Time. Article din focusing naman sa mga Filipino Axie players na nagsasar graping itong mga Filipino Axie players dahil hindi na nga sila nakapag-ROI kasi pumasok sila at the height of the value. So tayo as readers, we should also have our own critical analysis of these things. Hindi lang tayo basta-basta din mag-judge or give comments na hindi naman din based on research or based on knowing all sides of the story. So yun lang naman yung ano ko, SLPs. Medyo marami yun.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you po.
Ayun.
Thank you, Sir James.
Uh, so thank you for your thoughts dun sa question ko, Sir James and Ma'am Melissa. So basically, kinonect ko lang din about me being misinformed. So before reading an article, don't just look at the headline. Also read it first. Also, for me, Axie Infinity is not toxic naman because they did not uh, Kumbaga, they did not rug the project. Basically, there's just a flaw in their maybe tokenomics, and of course, they got hacked. Unfortunately, also there's a silver lining naman when they entered, especially the Philippines, because most Filipinos got access to crypto wallets, and not the centralized exchange, but the non-custodial wallets, MetaMask, Ronin. So also this pushed the adoption in the country, and as well as us being ranked as number two as per this article. I forgot, but number two when it comes to adoption, next to Vietnam. Anyways, let's have some of our audience naman to ask questions.
Banggitin ko lang tong unang question kanina, yung part 1 natin sa the learning space. Here's a question from Ayuna. Okay, hackers are very active in the market, and almost every day we hear about another hack attack. Can you please give some information about the security system of your project? How safe are the funds of investors, and does already have an audit? So, Sir Mike, can you answer this question first?
Well, actually, for us, MetaSaga Warriors, we are still yet to develop the security for the game, but we are currently working on it. So there are wala pa akong may share so far sa ngayon. So maybe Sir James can share something with the Anito Legends.
Yeah, sige. Yun eh. I understand how I see where Mike is coming from. Kami rin nung early stages, medyo security is not an issue yet, but eventually it will have to be. But ayun, in our case, if you look at our website in anitolegends.com, we also actually have a cybersecurity expert on our team. Um, he he constantly bugs us on patching up the game, the D app, making sure everything is airtight. No, may nakakatawa nga, may minsan na hack niya, na napapalit niya yung rarity sa D app. Pagbili mo ng pag gacha box, I mean, may mga things that he does that, of course, normal people don't, but it's nice to have that peace of mind already, no? To be sure na walang vulnerabilities in the D app in the game. As for audit, yes, we are also audited by HashX, the token, and even the D app itself. But we just requested first that the certificate for our token, for Laro token, because we were supposed to TGE last month, but everything is already audited by a third party auditor, and wala naman nahanap na butas. And yun, we really keep security top of mind, down to our community managers managing our Discord, lahat naka 2FA, para yun, kasi usually doon ng, if you remember, ayan, kawawa si Axie na naman, pero if you remember months before, or early this year, na-hack yung Discord server nila. One of their community managers or moderators na compromise yung account, and nakapag-post ng scam site, leading people to believing it on it and losing some money. So yun, we're very, especially in this space, security must be top of mind all the time, especially when it comes to social engineering attempts sa emails, sa phishing, mga ganun. May mga attempt na, buti na lang nga talaga nandiyan yung cybersecurity advisor namin. We ask first, is this site legit? Is he totoong tao ba to from this company? Tapos nasuspoof pala yung domain. Daming ganun, daming kalokohan talaga. So, kailangan maingat talaga. Yun lang.
Thank you so much, Sir James. Okay, just a few announcements lang din. Since we're talking about building, we actually have an ongoing campaign with Sikuro. You can test their API, and in return, you can win $50. And while you're testing, you can tell your experience sa API nila. Write down an article about it, and the best article could win $100. So you can grab this opportunity since, you know, of course, everyone wants to win something, right? And to wrap this up, guys, let's don't forget to follow our social media platforms. We have our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our YouTube channel. Everything is at SparkLearn ET. On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we have SparkLearn ET. And also with Anito Legends, you can plug in your social media, Sir James, as well as kay Sir Mike sa MetaSaga. Hello?
Nagkahiyaan pa. Sige, I'll go ahead.
Sige pa.
Yeah, please make sure to follow us on Twitter. It's at Anito Legends NFT. Again, like I said, if you wanna learn about more of our development process, interact with our community, we are very active in our Discord. Just go to discord.anitolegends.com. Um, we have very friendly community members there. If you have questions on the game, if not us, our fellow community members will answer your questions. We just released our latest class of Anito. It's called the Duende. It is 5 BUSD na lang versus the common tier, which is 10 BUSD. So with a team of 3, you just need 15 BUSD to start playing. Dip your toes into the game if you're not sure on how the game plays. Um, and yeah, if you decide to um, go full degen, you can feel free to buy the other tiers of Anitos, the common, epic, and legendary. And yeah, if you need more information, just go to our website, anitolegends.com. Everything is on the white paper from the contract address, the audit certificate, about the team members, the other stuff on the game that you want to know. It's all there. So, yun. And again, Discord is also the best way to learn about the game. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir James.
All right, so for MetaSaga Warriors naman, I highly encourage you guys to try out the game. So just visit msw.gg. It will redirect you to the main page of the game. And also, we have our website. Just visit metasagawarriors.com, where you can see the information about the game and the team and other frequently asked questions. So you can see it here. And also, don't forget to follow our social medias on Facebook and Twitter, especially on Facebook, since we do this live stream every week where we discuss our weekly updates on the game. So don't forget to follow us on Facebook. So of course, you can join our community if you have something to share with the game or any feedback. So just join our community, our Discord. So the link is available on MetaSaga Warriors Facebook page. So just visit our page. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Sir Mike. And that's it, guys. The Learning Space episode 4 is now wrapped up. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Thank you,
listening.
everyone. Thanks
Thank
for
you, Sir
Thanks, everyone.
listening.
James.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Thank
Sir
you,
guys.
Sir
Mike.
James and Sir Mike.
Until next time.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye-bye
Bye,
po. Thank you, thank
guys.
you.